I'm a born-again bachelor. Thank you. 5 or 6 guys going, all right. And every woman in the room looking at me going, no shit, you pig. The way you talk, the things you say up there, who the hell would have your ass? Besides that circus clown in Omaha, that was a big misunderstanding. I've got friends of mine, they get upset with me for using that term, born-again bachelor. They think I'm being sacrilegious, and I'm not. I was born and raised Lutheran, married in a Catholic church, was converted to Episcopalian when my son was baptized, and I was divorced in a Jewish attorney's office. I've hit for the cycle. And I know one thing for certain, my friends, it was a damn good thing I was able to unload that engagement ring in this week's Democrat and Chronicle. Bitch. Some of you women are still kind of staring at me like, Mark, you didn't try hard enough. You gave up, you bailed out, you threw in the white towel, you got divorced. Not totally true, though. We did try to save the marriage. We did. We went to counseling. What a crock of shit that stuff is, people. Counseling. Hell, it didn't work in high school. I used to have to wake my counselor up for our appointments. I'd be like, hey. He's like, oh, knope, hard K, long O. You're going to be a fireman. Okie dokie. Like fire hose, Jerry. People, I remember that part of my life. I remember high school. I remember the 7 years up at Central Michigan, and I constantly... I said I graduated. I didn't say I was good at it. But during that time in my life, I constantly had teachers, professors, guidance counselors, my old high school principal. These people were constantly crawling up my butt all the time with their little pearls of wisdom. Things like, Mark, you need to open the book. Read, sometimes all night. Mark, damn it, do you think people are going to pay you the rest of your life to fuck off? Ta-da! I'm fucking off. And every show is another final exam. This March will mark 20 years in the business doing stand-up, my friends. And I got to tell you something, not once in those 20 years have I ever showed up to a gig, whether it was a comedy club, a one-nighter, corporate event, college show, concert venue, had the person in charge stop me at the door and go, Mark, before we can let you on our stage, I need to see your college transcripts. Thank you. This looks like a goddamn snowmobile trail map, for Christ's sakes. What the... Grade point 1.4. You're going to kick ass, son. Get up there and make me proud. Bring the ha-ha. That's what we want. And that's the way it works. That's the way it works, my friends. You guys show up, I hit the stage, I bring the ha-ha, you folks laugh, the check clears, we're all happy. I want cash. Can I have cash? Cash, thank you. But I will be honest, there was a couple things about counseling I want to share with you. There's one thing in particular. There was one thing the entire time we were going to counseling. It kept popping up. There's one thing that was the crux of the demise of our relationship, my former wife and I. Just one thing that my former wife used to constantly, just throughout the entire time, refused to do for me. No, it wasn't that. She'd do that all right. I said, all right, not all night. Holy crap, if that were the case, she'd be coming down to breakfast every morning. I thought that bastard would never fall asleep. But that's not as bad as the show I did in Toledo a few months ago. It was a real small crowd, 35, 40 people. It was like a Wednesday night. There was like 20 people all sitting at one table. I made the same statement. One thing my former wife refused, blah, blah, blah. Guy yelled out, swallow. I'm going, Jesus, dude. Like, everybody here knows you. Do you realize what you just did? The rest of your life, you're going to be known as the swallow guy. 10 years from now, you're going to be at the mall. It's going to be a wife and kids and a family. Honey, quick, get the kids. It's the swallow guy. Remember the comedy club back in 2005? Swallow. Jesus. But since we're talking about that, ladies, I don't know why that's so important to most men. I really, truly don't. Most men, ooh, does she spit or swallow? Swallow, spit, swallow, dribble. What does she do? Who cares? I used to care when I was younger, but I don't care anymore. At this point in my life, I don't care. If I'm in a room with a woman, there's going to be an impending explosion. Shut up. This is my story. It's my sound effect. If that's about to occur, I don't care if she spits. I don't care if she swallows. Hell, I don't care if she ducks, okay? That's my point, people. Just get it out of me. I'm through with it. They say possession is 9/10 of the law. Sorry about your hair. In Tucson, Arizona, last summer, I was doing a show. Big crowd. Saturday night, about 300 people were in the room. I'm in the middle of that part of the bit. Does she spit? Does she swallow? A girl stands up halfway through the room and yells out, I swallow every time. I'm like, son of a bitch. You are going to be so popular after tonight's show. She said, you don't understand. I said, that's pretty self-explanatory. She said, you don't understand. I'm on the Atkins diet. There are no carbs down there. So in tribute to Tiffany from Tucson, Arizona, I now have my new tour t-shirt, which simply states 100% carb-free. Right there, my friend. No, E-Bombs World. That's where you want to be. In fact, you're probably there right now, but you want to go to www.ebombsworld.com.